been said anything can happen in the WWE, but wrestling promoters in general have sometimes found a way to defy the laws of reality. Quite an accomplishment. Don't believe us? Here are 5 times wrestlers faced themselves. Number 1. Sting. The concept of a doppelganger dates to ancient times, and as we'll see, it's become a trope in professional wrestling, with the doppelganger typically serving the role of some sort of evil twin and/or imposter. In 1996, the New World Order was working to dominate WCW, beginning with the shocking reveal of Hulk Hogan as the third man, and here, the next step in conquering their foes with psychological warfare. With the NWO scheduled to battle 4 members of WCW in a War Games match at 1996 Fall Brawl, the Bad Boys in black and white pulled out all the stops. During an episode of Nitro, WCW's top babyface Sting appeared to lure WCW teammate and longtime tag team partner Lex Luger into an ambush by the NWO. Sting would protest his innocence, but his teammates were suspicious. At Fall Brawl, Sting showed up for WCW, taking out the entire NWO team, revealing that the Sting who'd attacked Luger was indeed a fake. Sting then walked out on WCW and turned his back on the men who doubted his integrity. In a powerful promo the following night on Nitro, Sting proclaimed, "And I've carried the WCW banner, and I've given my blood, my sweat, and my tears for WCW. So for all those fans out there, and all those wrestlers and people that never doubted the Stinger, I'll stand by you if you stand by me. But for all of the people, all of the commentators, all of the wrestlers, and all of the best friends who did doubt me, you can stick it. From now on, I consider myself a free agent." Not long after, Sting transformed into his Crow identity, destroying the imposter Sting before taking his self-imposed exile from WCW. As for the imposter Sting, played by Jeff Farmer, Nope, not him. The fake Sting enjoyed popularity in Japan as a member of NWO Japan and made occasional appearances in the US as the fake Sting, advancing certain storylines for the New World Order and occasionally crossing paths with the real Sting, usually leading to beatdowns by the real deal. Number 2. The Undertaker. As chronicled in numerous places, including several of our videos, the mid-90s WWF, and WCW as well, epitomized wrestle crap, with various bad angles and characters polluting both the ring and the airwaves. One of the best examples was 1994's Royal Rumble, where Yokozuna and a small army of wrestlers apparently murdered The Undertaker. However, as fans would come to realize, it was difficult to kill off a wrestler nicknamed the Dead Man. After he seemingly vanished from WWF, the public started to report sightings of The Undertaker after WrestleMania 10, with the villainous $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase proclaiming Taker had sold himself out for cold hard cash. Fans were however suspect, until DiBiase produced a large man, played by wrestler Brian Lee, who resembled The Undertaker to a T. But Taker's manager Paul Bearer cried a foul and claimed DiBiase's wrestler was a fraud. Bearer produced the original Undertaker and DiBiase's Imposter at 1994's SummerSlam, setting the stage for a battle to determine which wrestler was the real Undertaker. While the WWF had envisioned a series between the two, the match proved so boring that the WWF jettisoned all plans for a follow-up. Just as it would do with so many other bad ideas, the WWF would buck the trend of learning from one's mistake and revisit it a decade later. Number 3. Kane. Glenn Jacobs has been through so many incarnations, whether it's the Unabomber, Christmas Creature, Isaac Yankem DDS, or even the fake Diesel, it's no surprise he faced his mirror image. In 2006, the Big Red Machine began experiencing auditory and visual hallucinations as he plunged into berserker mode at the mere mention of the date May 19th. Kane revealed that that was the fateful date his mother and adopted family went up in smoke. Soon, Kane's doppelganger, played by Luke Gallows, showed up wearing Kane's classic match and ring attire. This culminated in a match at 2006's Vengeance pay-per-view. The masked Kane prevailed, but the following night on Raw, Kane dragged out his imposter, removing him from the arena and reclaiming his mask. Of course, the real reason behind May 19th was to promote WWE's studio horror film, See No Evil, starring Glenn Jacobs as the film's villain. We're not sure what's scarier, the fact that WWE revisited the imposter angle to similar lackluster results, or that WWE Studios greenlit See No Evil 2. Wrestling legend has it that the imposter Kane would have been revealed as the one true Kane, but Vince McMahon was so disappointed with the match at Vengeance that he aborted the angle altogether. Interestingly enough, Luke Gallows revealed on an episode of Talkin' Shop that he was severely hungover during their meet at Vengeance. Gallows had mentioned on the night before the pay-per-view, he and his father went through 9 pitchers of beer together, which unsurprisingly resulted in vomiting out the car window on his way back to the hotel. On the day of the pay-per-view, Gallows noted he had to be carried into the arena. Number 4. The Great Muta. Japanese sensation Keiji Muta exploded on the US national scene when he appeared in World Championship Wrestling in 1989 as a member of Gary Hart's J-Tex Corporation heel stable, quickly becoming one of the promotion's top heels. Sadly for American fans, Muta was only on loan to WCW, and his stint there was all too short, and his later runs in the company were marred by mediocre booking. In 2004, Muta was working in All Japan Pro Wrestling as Keiji Muta when he found himself facing a seemingly impossible opponent, the Great Muta. Muta faced Muta 3 times in tag team matches, coming up short in 2 out of the 3 matches. But when he faced his twin at December's Unchained event, he defeated the Imposter in a singles match. As for the faux Muta, he was none other than Johnny the Bull Stamboli, quite a departure from his days as a member of the full-blooded Italians in the WWE. And number 5. Sin Cara. Louie Ignacio Alverde rose to superstardom in Mexico's Lucha Libre promotion CMLL, working as Mystico, arguably the promotion's hottest babyface for several years. In 2011, he signed with the WWE, transforming into the masked man Sin Cara, apparently being pushed as the WWE's Rey Mysterio for the future. Unfortunately for him, he struggled to adapt to the WWE style and found himself becoming known for his blown spots. A wellness policy violation in 2011 saw Sin Cara disappear briefly, only for Sin Cara to return and turn heel. This Sin Cara was portrayed by Jorge Arias. Eventually, the original Sin Cara returned, and he clashed with his would-be replacement, with the usurper adopting a black costume and calling himself Sin Cara Negro. The original Sin Cara was then rechristened Sin Cara Azul, and the two fought over the next few weeks, including a match at Hell in a Cell where the original won out. The feud was finally resolved in a mask vs mask match on the 21st October 2011 edition of SmackDown, where the match saw Sin Cara Azul triumph with his nemesis trying to escape without unmasking, only for Azul to unmask him after the match, effectively ending the feud. Ironically, this would not be the last time Arias played Sin Cara, as he resumed the role when the original Sin Cara left the WWE in 2014. Well guys, there you have it. 5 times wrestlers faced themselves. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.